After being a 5-star recruit in high school and having all the attention on me is mind-blowing. And as you can see, I'm faced with the biggest decision of my life. This is not an easy choice. I mean, this would predict my future for the rest of my life. With that being said, I have committed and signed to the University of North Carolina Tar Heels. And I'm going to follow my dad's footsteps. I mean, I'm going to break records and take this team to the championship. I mean, after having a long talk with Mac Brown and my family, I will be the starting linebacker coming in. He promised me to have my number 56, and that's one promise that he already has broken with me. I have the number 96. But I come out there every day ready to play, so a number to me doesn't matter, but I promise you I will give it all I got. But as you can see, Lawrence Taylor Jr. is the starting linebacker coming into the University of North Carolina. Going into my first college practice, I am out here to impress coach. I told my teammates, y'all better come with it, because every play I am coming 100%. Going into the next play, I mean, I ran all the way across the field to hawk this running back down, and I mean, coming off that edge, I was unblocked, and coach had a problem with me throwing the quarterback to the ground. Coach took me out for a play, and I came back in, and the quarterback had a read option, and I threw him to the ground again. But after having a great practice, I talked with coach, and he said, good job practicing. You are in no danger of losing your starting position. Going into my first college game was a big deal, and I had to come out here and shock the world. As you can see, these tackles couldn't guard me. I got right past them and got a sack and made the quarterback fumble. Going into the next play on 2nd and 18, they had an inside zone, and we just palled the pal and laid on the running back. On 2nd and 21, look how vertical I get, and I run all the way across the field, and look at the relentless effort as I throw the quarterback to the ground. And I mean, I know I'm a freshman, but I'm not here to play. I will ruin your career. Going into the next play on 2nd and 10, I lost outside containment, and I mean, the running back just ran right up the sideline for a couple yards, but he was short of the first down. Going into the next play on 1st and 10, I mean, the running back just absolutely threw me off of him and ran up the field for the first down, and I mean, he was running that ball hard. I had to figure out a way how to get him down. Going into the next play on 2nd and 9, as you can see, I tried to swim over, but I mean, this offensive lineman was holding me, but I got off of it and absolutely drilled this quarterback. 3rd and 17, and coach said get off that field, so I went in and got a sack on the quarterback. Coach Mac Brown said, hey, freshman, great game that you're having. Going into the next play on 3rd and 5, I wanted to get off the field for my team, but I went in and got overly excited and missed the sack. He completed the pass. Going to win the game, and I get player of the game with 4 total tackles. Going into our first home game, I mean, this game right here is special. As you can see on 2nd and 7, I drilled the running back, and the quarterback pulls the ball, but my teammate lays the boom on the quarterback. But on 3rd and 2, as you can see, I'm coming through with bad intentions, and I got there with my teammate to lay on that quarterback. To the next play on 1st and 10, as you can see, I read the screen from a mile away, and I chased them down, and I drilled them when I got to him. I got him and said, I'm home. Going into the next play on 1st and 10, as you can see, I mean, I absolutely missed the quarterback, and I mean, my angles were all wrong. If I wanted to keep this starting position, I can't be making freshman mistakes like that. On 3rd down, as we push that power, we scare the quarterback, and he throws an interception. We cause a turnover. Going into the next play, as you can see, it's 2nd and 4, and I'm coming in hot, and I'm wrap and roll. Those Gator rolls are paying off. Slipped away. Going into this next play on 2nd and 8, we made a highlight play. I mean, I absolutely drill the running back. He fumbles. His teammate picks it back up, and my teammate drill him again. He fumbles and picks it up, and he trips himself up and almost goes in for the 6. I didn't have a so well game. I ended the game off for 3 total tackles and 2 tackles for loss. On to our next game against Georgia Tech, I mean, they were double teaming me early on, and that was freeing my teammates up, but they could not stuff the ball. Going into the next play on 2nd and 12, I throw this dude off of me and get to the ball with my teammates and gang tackle this running back. On 2nd and 13, they choose to double team me again, which frees my teammates up to get a sack. I just couldn't get anything going. I was getting all blocked up, and the running backs were hitting those holes and getting first down. And I needed change. But as you can see on 2nd and 7, this tackle could not guard me, so I went in and got a sack on the quarterback. I am here, and I'm here to stay. On 1st and 10, I read the screenplay from a mile away. I ran with my relentless effort and got to that running back and wrapped and rolled them. Gator rolls are paying off. They still marched down the field and scored. Coach had some tough skin. I mean, they went for it on 4th and 4, and they converted to the first down. And I mean, our defense was looking terrible. I didn't have a so well game. I ended the game off for 2 total tackles. Going into our next game against ECU, I mean, it didn't start off too well. I mean, coming out on 1st and 10, we blitzed and it did not end well. They threw a dot across the middle and got the first down. Going into the next play on 1st and 10, I mean, coach has been getting on me by losing containment, and I lost containment. He hit the edge and almost got the first down. They couldn't march down and score, so they settled for 3. I went over to the sideline, and coach was getting on me about losing containment. Going into the next drive on 1st and 10, I mean, I'm looking terrible out there. I mean, the dude just threw me off of him and kept running. I don't know why I'm celebrating. But ECU marched down to the goal line, and I mean, it's 4th down, and they go for it, and they convert. But I had enough, and I mean, it was 3rd down, and coach said get off that field, and I hit him for a tackle for loss. I got up, and I told him I'm not holding back anymore. It's 12 seconds on the clock, and it's 2nd and 1, and I mean, I got there to that quarterback, hit him, and he somehow, some way completed his pass. And they no huddling, and I cannot get all the way down there, so they get me for an offsides, and I go and still hit the quarterback, but he completed the pass. And for me being offsides, that's going to hurt my team because they are going to kick 3. That takes them up 13-7 going into halftime. And something has to give us. But going into the 3rd quarter, as you can see, they fumble the ball, and I get on that ball and recover it for a turnover. And we were fired. And I mean, we've been looking for this turnover all night, and we finally got it when we needed it. Going into the next play on 3rd and 14, I mean, I read screens from a mile away, so I ran with relentless effort and laid the boom on this running back. Going into the next play on 1st and 10, I mean, it is now a tied up ball game, but they strike back. The quarterback completes a pass, and he is gone all the way for 6, and we are losing. They going to end us the old-fashioned way. We lose 30-23. But I haven't been having great games. I end the game off with 3 total tackles. Going to our next game against Virginia Tech, I started off hot. It was 2nd and 5, and they had an inside zone, and I hawked that ball down. And I was starting off early. Going to the next play on 3rd and 2, they had a read option, and I totally missed the angle of this quarterback. And they went and got a first down. Going to the next play on 1st and 10, Lawrence Taylor Jr. stayed patient in assignment sound and drilled this running back because the ball came to him. Coach has been telling them to stay patient and have that outside containment because you've been losing. As you can see on 3rd down, I covered the screen up and he couldn't throw the ball. I've been taking notes. I have outside containment, rip inside, and go get that quarterback and drill. Going to the next play on 1st and 10, that quarterback stays in that pocket too long, so I go get him and drill. What's going on it for 4th down? So I went in there, dived at his legs, and got another one. I ended the game off for 5 total tackles. We're going into our next game against Miami. This is a statement game. As you can see, coming there early on 3rd and 4, I went and sacked that quarterback. I was trying to get the momentum for my team. We were fired up. But going into the next drive on 2nd and 3, as you can see, I retrace and go get that running back, and he is short. It's 3rd and inches. Let's go. As you can see, we stopped him again. But going into the next play, it is 4th and inches, and I thought it was a man-to-man. Instead, it was a zone, and he ran it right up the middle for the touchdown. 3rd down, as you can see, I go and get another stop, and it is 4th down. We are getting off of that field. Going into the next play on 2nd and 10, as you can see, they had a read option, and I stayed assignment sound, and I threw the quarterback to the ground, and I was fired. As you can see, in the 4th quarter, we need a big-time stop, and as you can see, this tackle cannot hold me, and I go to that quarterback and get a sack. As you can see, it's 4th down, so I go get another. And on 2nd and 10, I go get another one. Who's gonna stop me? As you can see, it's 4th and 16, and they have no chance of winning, and he has no target, so he throw that ball, and he catches the ball, but it's a turnover. As you can see, I get player of the game with 8 total tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 1 assisted tackle, and 5 sacks. Going into our next game against Boston College, I started off terrible. I hit the wrong angle of this quarterback, and he just ran up the field for the first down. As you can see, coach is gonna get on me about that. Going into the next play on 1st and 10, as you can see, this old lineman is driving me out like the blind side. I will get my get. As you can see, it's 1st and 10, and they have an inside zone, and they running in for the touchdown. They strike early. As you can see, that is not good, but it's 3rd and 10, and as you can see, we are rallying that ball. I can't get any plays going, but I'm being a team player. To the next play on 2nd and 7, this quarterback is doing a lot of zigzagging, but then he finally run up the middle, and I miss the tackle. I'm having a horrible game. They kick the field goal to tie the game up. Going to the next play on 3rd and 2, I miss another tackle. As you can see, it's 4th quarter, and it's time to show up. So on 1st and 10, they run that ball, and I dip in that corner, dip that edge, and wrap him up. I told him to come on. As you can see, it's 3rd and 3, and big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments, and I go and get a sack. As you can see, I leaded the 4th down, and they turn that ball over and punt it back to us. As you can see, I end the game off with 2 total tackles. I didn't have a so well game. Going into our next game against NC State, didn't start off so well. They had a read option, and the quarterback took it for a big gain early on, and he was marching down that field. As you can see, that wasn't a good start to the game. Going to the next play on 2nd and 7, as you can see, the running back runs the ball, and I try to hit him, but he just bounces right off of me. Going into the next play, as you can see, it's 1st and 10, and they run an outside zone. I get cluttered in and bounce it back out, and I go and shoestring tackle him for a tackle. As you can see on the next play, it's 1st and 10, and I came unblocked and sacked the quarterback and got up like I was the man, because I am the man. As you can see, going into the next drive on 1st and 10, I got overly excited and missed the whole sack that I had, and he completed the pass. Going into the next play on 2nd and 13, he laid the block on me, and I just fell on my face. 2nd and 1, and I said, no, I want revenge. So I went in there and got a sack and told him I'd get him back. As you can see, I looked at my teammate and said, how did he like that? As you can see, it's 4th quarter, and tables have turned. It is 17-13, and it is 4th quarter, and they are on our goal line marching. As you can see, it's 3rd down. We at least need to hold them to 3, and I made a freshman mistake. I jumped offsides, and they completed the pass for the 1st down, and things were not going my way. Coach was mad at me. We're going to lose the game, and I end the game off with 7 total tackles. Going into our next game against Virginia, I was relentless to that ball on 3rd and 4 because I wanted to get off that field, and I read that screen off the back of my hand. As you can see, they politely marched down the field and scored on us to go up 7-0. As you can see, going into the next play is 3rd and 10, and we need to get off that field, so I go and get a sack for my team. Virginia's marching to that goal line every time, and I hit the quarterback and make him throw it out of bounds. As you can see, that doesn't stop them from tying that game up. It is now a tie ball game, 10-10. As you can see, it's 3rd and 10, and I read screens off the back of my hand, and I tackle him for a tackle for loss. As you can see, coach said go out there and make a game-changing play, so I went out there and flipped the quarterback. As you can see, I'm here with bad intentions. As you can see, it is 10-10, and they marched to the goal line, kicked the field goal to take them 13-10 to win the game. As you can see, I end the game off with 7 total tackles and 4 tackles for loss and 2 sacks. Going into our next game against Penn, as you can see, they were chop blocking me early, and you know when they chop block, that mean they cannot block. As you can see, on 1st and 10, this guard came and laid a block on me to knock me off my rockers, and I lose outside containment, and the running back gets outside. As you can see, it's 3rd and 12, and coach said get off of that field, so I went to go get that quarterback and and got a sack. As you can see, on 2nd and 10, this didn't go well. He ran me over, and I mean, I was calling for help in the snow. I couldn't feel my feet. That put me out for some time. As you can see, on that 3rd down, when I came back, I got him back. I went and go get a sack, and I said, I'm not here to play. As you can see, I told that running back I want to see him after the game. As you can see, it's 1st and 10, and I trip up the quarterback, and that counts as a sack. As you can see, we're going to win the game 7-0, and I end the game off for 3 total tackles. As you can see, going into our next game against ODU, we striked early and went up 14-0 early on, but I started off with a sack. As you can see, going into the next play on 1st and 10, they had an inside zone, but I wasn't going for it. I hit him for a tackle for loss. That was a -2 game. As you can see, going into the next play on 3rd down, they had a screenplay, but I read it so good that we got a sack. As you can see, coaches beat me up about it all season, and I kept outside containment, and the quarterback rolled out, and I got him for a tackle. I told him he wasn't going anywhere. As you can see, going into the next play on 2nd and 10, it is 31-0, and I said, let's get him out of here, and I sacked him. We going to win, and I end the game off of 5 total tackles. But things are getting serious, and we need Miami to lose a game for us to go to that conference championship. As you can see, I have 47 tackles on the season. Going into our next game against Duke, I tried to shorten his neck and make him not remember this day. As you can see, I didn't want this quarterback to get back up. I wanted to put him out for the game. Going into the next play, it is 1st and 10, and as you can see, we are rallying to that ball, and we look good in that all black. As you can see, it's 2nd and 12, and they have a read option, and I hit the quarterback. I take him down to that ground, and I celebrate with my teammates because I'm the man. I told you, I don't want this quarterback to remember this day. I want to give him a concussion. As you can see, going into the next play on 2nd and 10, I hit his shoestrings and made him trip up, and that counts as a sack. As you can see, it's 3rd and 7 going into the next play, and I absolutely manhandle this running back and take him to the ground. We're going to win, and I end the game off with 7 total tackles. After last week being the last regular season game, I have gotten 3 different awards, and I'm blessed as a freshman. As you can see, we're going into our bowl game against Ole Miss, and I got a show out in this game right here. As you can see, on 2nd down, I started off with a tackle for loss and a sack on the quarterback. As you can see, on 2nd down, I laid a boom on the running back. As you can see, on 3rd down, my team said, let's get off that field, and I absolutely obliterate this quarterback. Going into the next play, as you can see, I was giving the quarterback a hard time. I mean, I had pressure in his face all night. Wins come losses, and I got pancaked on this block. As you can see, on 1st and 10, they had a read option, and this quarterback is mine. I just sit there and drag him to that. As you can see, Ole Miss ends up driving to the goal line and scoring their first touchdown, which takes them 28-7 in the 4th quarter. As you can see, we go on and win the bowl game. And I am blessed as a freshman. And all praises to the Most High. But I end the game off of 4 total tackles. And as you can see, this is the end of Lawrence Taylor Jr.'s freshman season. Comment down below, how do you think his sophomore season is going to go?